the LED lights, they interact with you, like when you walk through, they all light up around you, and it's very pretty to look at.
I'm really interested in digital art in particular because it's so new compared to pretty much every other medium out there. Digital art maybe only a couple of decades old, so there's so much stuff to explore, to expand on.
I have a violent streak and I'm not scared to show it. I'd let go of me if I was you.
Kaylee, it's me, you idiot.
You don't have to grab me off the streets. What's wrong with you, Jim?
Gee, sorry for trying to save you. They're looking for you.
Can't help being popular now, can I?
Seriously, what the hell happened to you? How did you get away?
If I tell you, you're sworn to secrecy.
Yeah, sure.
I'm being serious. This is a big deal. Okay, so I hid in this house, right? And this guy sold me a bottle, and there's this imp in it, and it grants whatever you wish for. But, like, if I don't sell it before I die, I'm going to hell, basically. So, you know, it's been a busy day.
Are you crazy? You don't get involved with black magic. It never ends up well. We have enough trouble as it is without you breaking even more rules.
I've always been interested in the Second World War, probably because of my grandfather. My dad's quite passionate about history, so it's always been a theme running through the family. I knew bits and pieces. I'd heard lots of sort of little stories about what he'd done and what he'd got up to. So I had an understanding, but nowhere near what I understood after I'd started researching it.
I laid the ground initially because I was the only person that had a one-to-one to father. Dad.
I have to tell you now that no such undertaking has been received, and that consequently this country is at war with Germany.
Potsdam, July 1945, the start of the Vulcan story. Within a month, the USA had dropped 2 atomic bombs on Japan, and Tory Prime Minister Churchill had lost a general election in a landslide to the Labour Party's Clement Attlee, who by the end of August 1945 had proposed to the Cabinet that the UK develop its own atomic bomb. This is Britain's first production of the atomic bomb, codenamed Blue Danube. It had the same explosive power as those dropped on Japan, about 16,000 tons of conventional high explosive. The RAF's 3 V-bombers, the Vickers Valiant, the Handley Page Victor, and the Avro Vulcan, were each designed to carry this huge device to Russia in response to a Soviet nuclear attack. The strategy of deterrence was born.
Appropriate.
Offensive. They go on barren land, thrive off the dead, and impose splendour when it's otherwise discourteous to do so. They just don't care.
It's nature.
It's cruel.
Victim is Dr. Finnickley, mid-30s, part-time botanist.
Don't. I get enough attachment as it is.
Sorry, natural procedure.
You know the rules, Quinn. Disconnect me within 59 seconds, or...
You'll be pushing up the daisies, I know.
Yeah, I've had that a few hours ago. Doctors don't know what it could be. Could be work, could be something else. Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't tell you sooner. I just wanted to go somewhere quiet, clear my head.
You all right? chance.
Same as usual. What's for dinner? I'm starving.
Ah, you're gonna have to make something for yourself tonight. I'm off out for dinner with Izzy.
What? You can't leave me alone. What if I get kidnapped?
Oh, don't be silly, Grace. You're 13. You'll be fine. Just don't answer the door to anybody.
Whatever, but if anything does happen to me, it's all your fault.
So then she starts spouting off about how she's going to get kidnapped.
She's got a vivid imagination.
I know, right? Every time I try and leave on our own since Mum died, she'll make up any excuse. Normally I give in, but I need a life as well, you know?
I don't mean to cause offence, but why'd you do it? Why'd you struggle in silence alone? You could just ask for help.
I can't ask anyone for help.
But why do it alone?
I made a promise to her before she died.
This is my housemate. Everyone calls him the Mexican. He's called the Mexican on account of his hat choice. He's not actually Mexican. He's never been to Mexico. If he has a real name, then I certainly don't know it. I've never seen him without a sombrero on. I don't think anyone has.
Morning. Alright.
I feel grim.
So, do we own a hamster?
I don't think so.
Okay, it appears that we do now.
Cool.
I found a solitary shoe.
Who leaves just one shoe at a party?
Cinderella.
True.
Do you know who was wearing these last night?
I don't even remember last night.
I remember Sambuca. I think this dark patch is Trissic.
Pleasant.
Yeah, see you, mate.
最近的作品就是我偏最喜欢的这幅作品就是这件作品，因为这幅作品因为花了很多那个心血，它从那个构图开始，然后从我们最原来的这套传统，我有一点把它打破了它的传统，然后有一点创新，把两边的那个图案把它变了一下，两边不一样修出来，一面是锦鲤，一面是我们蜀绣的那个最传统的鲤鱼图，哦，就是这件，那面就是完全是锦鲤。这个还没有，就是说，在过去还没有哪个大师，尝试过，
顾老师，您现在是在做什么呢？什么作品？
一色一行三一秀的那个双圣图。
双圣图。
这面是孔子，那边是那个亚里士多德，哲学家还有什么家？思想家。这是我那个参加那个国家级大师的一幅作品，也是就是说中西结合吧。
lot down here. This would give us a purpose. I know one of us will have to deliver a baby, and Molly will probably want to kill it for how much pain it puts her.
No, she needs to kill it now.
Are you on crack, Avery?
Thomas, you of all people should realise the implications and math involved with this damn child. We live in a bunker with rationed air and food. If you bring a baby into this world, what happens to all of that? Our system, where does that go?
We'll figure the baby into it. Avery, we're not just going to kill our child.
I see what he means. Molly, you'll be breathing and eating for 2. For all we know, this place lasts just past the fallout. But only for 4, not 5. Guys, you can't keep this child.
You guys are crazy.
Thomas, the bunker won't last. You'll kill 5. If we kill the baby, we save 4. And 1 is forgotten.
Forgotten? Jesus Christ, Avery! You're talking about killing our unborn child.
Fear and Wheels is a family. No Fear and Wheels has grown to a point where I'm getting people through social media saying, Sean, you know, when's your next race, or when you're racing? I want to be part, I want to help, I want to join, I want to be part of that journey that you're going through.
I met Sean from an event that they were doing as No Fear on Wheels. I was with another team and we went past them on the course, and I was gobsmacked to see a guy in a wheelchair doing something that I was struggling to do myself. And then I decided to contact Sean, we became friends and joined that team, and the rest is history.
Personally, I've just been humbled by how the team has grown.
How are the legs today?
They're fine. I know better than yesterday.
Could you walk downstairs yesterday?
Many years ago, in the deepest, darkest forest, there lived an ancient spirit. It watched over all the living things of the forest. The local people came with offerings and gifts. They wished for their crops to be plentiful, but it rarely concerned itself with human matters, unless they wandered too far into the forest. Should anyone try to harm its kingdom, then they would surely be taught a lesson. But in time, the people forgot about the keeper of the forest, and slowly they brought axes. The wheels of industry kept turning, and the greed of man brought decay. The fires of modernity took the homes of the animals, and the ancient spirit withdrew to the darkness, left to fester in its hatred of man.
That's yours. Get on then. Oh dear. Oh well, nothing's changed.
Oh no, that's you.
There's the 2 cartridges.
That's you. That.
But I remember when you first started shooting here with us, you couldn't hit a barn door.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah.
No, seriously. And then you got the nickname Bag Filler because you would shoot everything. Good shot now, you see. So his nickname is Bag Filler because he fills the bag. Not that he's a greedy shot and shoots your birds.
I like to if I can.
He does, yeah. Mm.
The main reason I go shooting is the enjoyment of the sport. It just so happens that the social side is part of that. It's only part of the whole day. Meeting other people, meeting other dogs, seeing wildlife, seeing the countryside, seeing the weather in its different forms. It all adds up to a good day in the field.
In the morning we'll go to Mount Pleasant, which is a hotel, go for a full cooked breakfast, and that's how your day starts. You tell people what you've done in the past 2 weeks, etc, etc. So it's just a very laid back breakfast.
An expensive one.
Yeah, 12 quid, it could be £3.50.
普通老百姓在家里做的，它是小规模做；企业做的，它是规模化生产。两个条件相比的话，规模化生产出来的豆瓣呢，它的质量要稳定一些。因为在家庭里做的，它还有很多，比如那种细菌啊之类，它没办法控制。企业做的话，它有一些细菌可以控制，还有一些要求那些指标，在企业才能控制。 除了在郫县能够做出来郫县豆瓣那个味道，在除了郫县以外，其他地区做不出我们郫县豆瓣那个味儿，特别是它的香味儿，还有它的颜色。唯独我们郫县有这个地理特点，因为它的气候，还有它的一个日晒，还有它整个大的环境，然后才导致我们现在做出来的豆瓣它的色香味都俱全。其他地方做的那种普通的豆瓣是达不到我们那个郫县豆瓣那种香味儿或者那种颜色。
You know what happens when you tell me to stop.
one day it was on the radio. Why that song? Why not something else? This was a third girl. She sat beside me. Only the other side won't, because we were at her place. Took her hand. And I stroked it on both sides this time. Just to be done with it, it was getting on my nerves. And then I asked her, "Do you love me?" And she said yes. And then I asked her, "Well, can I have your hand?" She said, "You've been holding it for 10 minutes.
How many times have we spoken about this? I know. It's just I can't stop thinking about it.
God forgives you for what happened. John 3:16, for God so loved the earth.
I know what the Bible says.
It's what the Lord says, Mark. And it's true. You are forgiven.
Maybe it's not God's forgiveness I need.
I'll be praying for you.
I'm awake.
You've got millions of fans following your every move, there's hundreds of thousands of pounds in your bank account, sponsors are queuing up to work with you, you get mobbed at live events and you're not even out of your early 20s. But you're not playing football, you're not playing a lead role in a blockbuster film, not even playing the main stage at a music festival.
Thank you!
You're a YouTuber. Nowadays, young people are finding it easier to jumpstart their career by using the internet, more specifically social media, such as Facebook, Twitter and YouTube, to help maximise their success. We'll be speaking to you, the listeners of Duck Island Radio, when we sent our outside broadcaster out to speak to you in and around Lincoln to find out what you have to say about the internet. We'll also have an interview with Radio 1 host, director and popular YouTuber Jack Howard.
asleep. Fine. Name sticks, by the way. Do you want to know how I got that name? No, it's not that good. So, what do you do to deserve all this? Money? Drugs? Depression? Or maybe it was a sad trio melody of all three.
My parents kicked me out.
I always forget that one. So, what they kick you out for, eh? You ain't got enough cheek on you to piss off a fly. Returning your library books back late? Stealing your kids' lunch, mate? Oh, you turned to crime. Wait. You came out the closet.
And welcome to Behind the Bookcase, the show where we invite you to delve into the work of some of the greatest authors from around the world, with me, Brandon.
And me, Scarlett.
Last week, we explored the fantastic works of J.K. Rowling, most famous for her world-renowned Harry Potter book series.
My favourite character is definitely Hermione. Wingardium Leviosa!
Okay, Scarlett, but can you guess who we're talking about this week?
Can I have a clue?
Sure can. He wrote The Hogfather.
Jacqueline Wilson?
Not quite, Scarlett. Good try, though. He received a knighthood in 2009 to honour his services to literature.
No, I'm still stumped. Give me another clue.
Okay, final clue. He was born in 1948 in Buckinghamshire.
Prince Charles?
We're going nowhere with this, are we? No, it is in fact Sir Terry Pratchett.
Oh, I love Sir Terry Pratchett. I really enjoyed reading his book, The Carpet People.
Oh yeah, The Carpet People was the first book he published. Did you know that before he became a writer, he worked at a local newspaper writing stories for the children's section?
They know his talent when they see it and want something to do with it. And how are we supposed to do that? I think I might know a place. Are you sure about this, Alfie? What if we get caught? We won't get caught. These sorts of things are filled to the brim with strangers. You can just say you're some cousin of their late aunt twice removed and they will accept it. Looks bigger than in the picture. And remember, this house belongs to the Cartier family, so be careful if Herrick comes into conversation.
As in the Herrick Cartier?
Yes.
The theatre owner, Herrick Cartier?
Yes.
And this is his mansion?
Was his mansion.
Right.
Looks like we'll eat well today. Stop staring and try not to cause a scene.
And if we happen to bump into any talent seekers, make sure you can pull a rabbit out of the hat.
I don't do rabbits.
What sort of magician doesn't do rabbits?
One that isn't primed to cliches.
And that is one of your main selling points. Stick to that.
Oh look, they're poor pies.
Patience? No manners, ladies first.
这种观念在中国影响非常大，演变为作为3的倍数的6、9也与万物的萌生繁茂有关，因而也是吉祥的数字。九斗碗也是由此得名，斗碗就是四川话大碗的意思。今天由于经济发展，民众生活水平提高， 9斗碗的菜品往往不止9样。中国宴席的菜品只计算热菜，冷碟不计算在内，但一定是单数，如11样，名称仍然叫9斗碗，就是要保留9这个数字所寓意的吉祥、兴旺、茂盛、希望等含义。
To my love, today was a hard day for me. I've really been missing you a lot. I can't stop thinking about you. I would do anything just to see your beautiful face again, or kiss you goodnight. Today, I went for a stroll around Brookfield Park, and I sprinkled some of your ashes over your favourite spot there, next to the pond. I remember when we had our first date there. We had a picnic, oh, and it was such a lovely day, until it started to rain, and we were soaked. Typical. Oh, David, we have such fond memories. You showed me what love is, and what it feels like to be loved. And for that, I am eternally grateful.